Welcome back to Doing the Dishes, everybody. It's my segment on YouTube that I have here, in which I challenge myself to create a dish from every country in the world. Today we're going to be going to Deutschland, Germany, and we'll be making the national dish of Sauerbraten. Let's take a look at the ingredients. Here we got bottom round roast, some optional bacon, some leeks, carrots, onion, garlic of course, some black peppercorns. We got salt, pepper, bay leaves, thyme, rosemary, cloves, juniper berries, some raisins, ginger snaps, all-purpose flour, red wine vinegar, and some honey. And for the side dishes, I'm going to make some red cabbage and some Spatzle. Just a few ingredients for each of these. Need some eggs, salt, all-purpose flour, and a bit of milk for the Spatzle. And then a small head of cabbage, an apple, a few tablespoons of butter, some sugar, pepper and salt, and some balsamic vinegar. First thing we're going to do is assemble all of our aromatics and herbs and get this all in our pot, as well as cut up our veg here in just a second. Some leeks chopped up, some small carrots, a few cloves of garlic. They don't have to be too small. And we'll go ahead and get some big old chunks of onions in here as well. Once we have all that in there, throw about a cup of red wine vinegar and 2 to 3 cups of red wine, as well as a little bit of water. Alright, we're going to go ahead and bring that up to a medium-high heat for about 10 minutes until we get a nice little boil going. Stir that around a little bit, and then we're going to cover it, take it off the heat, let it cool completely, and then submerge your bottom round roast in there. And you want to make sure the entire meat is completely covered by the liquid. And then we're going to go ahead and give it a good seal. I went ahead with some shrink wrap here, saran wrap, and then put the lid on it. And it went on to marinate in the fridge for an entire 10 days. Once I pull it out, set the meat to the side, go ahead and strain the marinade from the vegetables, get that covered. We'll set that to the side. You're going to want to pat your meat dry, give it a good whack. Now let's get some butter into a hot pan because we're going to sear the meat on all sides to get that flavor lock going. Once you're happy with your searing on all the sides, go ahead and set that off to the side. Add a little bit of oil in here and a few tablespoons of flour. We're going to make a roux. To it, we're going to add our marinade and get this nice and thick, along with a few other ingredients that we need to throw in here, like our raisins for sweetening it, also some honey to sweeten it as well, and add as many ginger snaps as you need to make it nice and thick. And then I added a little bit of heavy cream towards the end there, and then I went ahead and probed my meat. Throw that sucker in the oven at 350 for a couple hours. Moving along to the cabbage. Just go ahead and core it. And then you can use the mandolin if you want these smaller pieces. I kind of did both. I chopped half of it and I used the mandolin on half of it. And then I made little matchsticks out of the apple here. So I went ahead and threw some butter in. Alright. A little bit of salt and pepper in there. And we're going to stir that around and let it hang out for about 5 minutes. Let it soften up in that butter. All right, now we're going to add our balsamic vinegar to this and put it on a very low heat, stirring it occasionally for about 45 minutes until it is done. Now, on to the Spatzle. Add our eggs in here. We got 4 of them, 3/8 of a cup of milk, about a teaspoon or so of salt, and 2 cups of flour. Go ahead and work that into a nice pasty dough. You want it kind of liquidy, not too thick for sure. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to push it through the bottom of a strainer to make these little worm-looking pieces, sperm-looking pieces. I don't know, I can't tell. They taste good though. And then once they start boiling up to the top, then they're pretty much done, and you just want to scoop them out. Now you know what time it is. Time for me to get this plated up. And also take a moment just to say thank you to each and every one of you watches my video, likes them, shares them. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. Thank you all so much, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm about to dig into this. It looks so freaking good. Cheers. What should I say? Prost.